Okay. I'm just checking. I don't know.
I gotta take care of my boy.
I understand it. Hey, we got 1 minute left. 1 minute left here. I just want to get to the Steven Strasburg stuff one more time. Final thoughts on this. We got about 40 seconds.
Final thoughts on this is that Steven Strasburg now is guaranteed to make more money than any pitcher in the history of the game. $361 million in career earnings. And again, someone who's a 1-1 pick, this is what you want. Right. You draft someone 1-1, you want him to be your franchise guy, not go do it for somebody else. They made sure he doesn't do it for somebody else.
My last thought is just, a great day for the Washington Nationals. Knowing that you solidified, your Christmas gift early. Right? And you gave a lot of cheese to do it, but I think everybody is happy as heck to have this man coming back and then walking through those doors.
Top three of that rotation, combined earnings, almost $600 million, courtesy of the Washington Nationals with those contracts. That'll be a live report tonight at 5:30 when they reintroduce Steven Strasburg.
Are you done yet? And Daniel Jones sucks ass. Daniel Jones ass. Daniel motherfucking Jones. Call me. Derek Bevan. Let's try and meet on that site. That weird ass site. With the hello, with the chat.
I'm not watching anything. If we trade Chris Bryant for a bunch of scrubs, I'm gonna be pissed. Come on, the stream yard, everybody. Chat in the chat. Hell no. I want Keiko. I would take Garrett Cole more than Garrett Dallas Keiko.
Welcome, everyone. It's MLB Now, live at the winter meetings presented by Cone Resnick. Here live in San Diego, California, United States of America. Good to be back. Surfside. Don't take it for granted, man. Here inside, it is beautiful, luxurious resort, and we have major deals already being put together at the winter meetings. We're here with you throughout the week. Wow, this is a whole like Beach Boys videography here. Brian Kenny with Peter Gammons, Dan O'Dowd, and our special guest in this case is Joel Sherman. Hello, Joel. Good to see you. I'm so used to not being a special guest and sitting over there. This means you can leave early. Yes. Do you take that? You'll take that deal in a second. Make a deal. Peter Gammons. Peter, great to see you as well.
Good to see you.
Let's launch right into it. Thoughts on Steven Strasburg? 7 years, $245 million. The Nationals keep their man.
Well, again, I don't think any of us started the winter thinking that maybe that's the price tag. Starting pitching money has gone up dramatically already this offseason. For me, this is a player and a pitcher that
I
has
prefer
earned this extension and how he has truly developed in his craft, guys. He's gone from a power guy, which he still is, to a guy that really understands the art of pitching. I do not believe he gets this contract without the development of his entire pitching repertoire.
Listen, to that point, he pitched with poise in the postseason, right? Which is not a difficult thing to quantify, except that when you go 6 games in the postseason, 36 innings, a 1.98 ERA, 47 strikeouts, 4 walks under immense pressure, when most every other starting pitcher, even the elite guys, Joel, have a little trouble here and there, he was able to work through the worst of times. Yeah, and he did it late in the year, so you're always worried about his health. He was good after 200 innings as any time during the year. I think 2 things really jump out at me, BK. The Nationals drafted Bryce Harper and Steven Strasburg 1-1 back-to-back years, and they continue to define who they are. When they have money to spend, they spend it on Scherzer, Corbin, and now Strasburg. They always want to keep that part of their team strong. They let Harper go. We'll see what they do with Rendon. The expectation is
What up, 3 people? Oh my God.
What's rare is valuable. And as much as we say that starting pitching
Come on the StreamYard if you're not scared.
is exceptional starting pitching, because if you want to use your bullpen to its full strength, somebody better protect it over the course of the season.
What up, 4
pitching
people?
well with some length. And Strasburg's that kind of guy. Obviously, Garrett Cole's that kind of guy. And it's why Strasburg's record contract is going to last about 6 minutes until Garrett Cole signs. Okay. And before as we get to Peter, I'll just throw in, and you saw it was a good graphic that we threw up there. Especially if you're a fan of the Red Sox or you're a fan even of the Mets, every time you have a guy that makes 35 or 30 or 20 or $23 million a year, that means you have less maneuverability through the rest of your roster. That's the only thing you can say. And the Nationals, Peter, Mike Rizzo especially, has been very good at building out to the very end of that roster. It's a good reason why they're World Series champions. Your thoughts on this deal? You're going to get $35 million.
Well, anyone who's a few years off of Tommy John surgery has something of a risk. But I know when
Mike Rizzo talked to all the scouts, the people he assembled around him.
He explained, look, I've talked to ownership. We've actually, up until now, for what he is, he's given us what we paid him for, and he is a special person. And were made, when he was held out for not pitching and didn't pitch in the playoffs. That was for his health coming off Tommy John surgery. Almost every move that's been done, Steven Strasburg, Scott Boras, Mike Rizzo, has worked. And now here it is right now. And they believe in him so much that, I think that loyalty is a two-way street. And I think that's a part of Mike's personality. So he really feels very strongly. He felt very strongly about Max Scherzer when we drafted in Arizona. He feels very strongly about Scherzer. And I think it's just, okay, we're going to hold this team together. We're not going to go out and get fancy. And I think in a lot of cases, you go over the big contracts given to pitchers. Those who were known by their general managers and their organization, that came up through the organization, work better than guys who jump around. And also, I think we also know at this time in history that it's very hard to recreate the '85 Royals and win a World Series with a mediocre team because you have Brett Saberhagen, Mark Gubicza, a bunch of kids. You have to have at least 2 of those really elite pitchers to win.
Well, you bring up putting together a list. That's one side of things. This is in our wheelhouse, as Joel Sherman would say. Let's talk about risk, because there is a theory out there that was largely kind of sabermetric theory. The Red Sox had it when they didn't re-sign John Lester, and there's a reason for it. How often should you give a free agent pitcher over $100 million who is going age 30 or older? And we put it together, and we have 9 guys on this list. And out of the 9, and you can see, look, I'm counting Kevin Brown as a good deal out of all this. Kevin Brown, Cliff Lee, John Lester, Max Scherzer, that's one stand that's always thrown at me. Oh, what about Max Scherzer? He's worth it. David Price. You can keep on going. Do it chronologically. Here's the rest of the list. Greinke, Cueto, Jordan Zimmerman, Yu Darvish. I'm calling Yu Darvish inconclusive right now because we don't know. He pitched well last year. The year before, it looked like it could be disastrous. Out of these 9, Dan, I'm saying 4 are good. So you're still shooting 50%, even with what you are paying for with that enormous amount of price, is certainty. So it is very risky paying a pitcher for his 30s.
BK, if you think rationally about every one of these decisions, you probably don't sign anybody ever. So there is a little bit of an irrational thought process that you have to go through to jump into these kind of waters. I will say, in looking at that list, the guys that are really good, and I wouldn't put Jordan Zimmerman in that category, the guys that are really elite, they seem to work out much better than the guys that when the signing takes place, we all go, wow, we didn't see that one coming.
Right.
So I do think, again, thinking about Strasburg, it's the guys that really understand the art of pitching and continually work to get better. Zach Greinke, I could go through that.
Greinke, I'm saying, is good. Yep.
Yeah, those are the ones that I think there's less risk involved, even though the dollars are great. But again, in any rational thought, you probably aren't going to make a decision on any of these guys.
What do you think, Joe?
Well, I think it's when we think
Very
about
quick
the
video.
next
I'm
thing that's
heading
coming,
into the
which is
city in
Garrett
about
Cole.
40 minutes
What
to go
makes
check
him
out some
valuable?
apartments.
Well, one of those
So I don't really
reasons
have a
will
lot of
be
time to do a bunch of different
next year.
takes.
So you're
The
getting a
city's
minute
about
time.
40 minutes to go
And
check
I
out
will
some
say,
apartments.
we're
So I
going
don't
to
really
talk
have a lot
about
of time.
vets. There goes a guy, athletic, age 29, has proved he can pitch in big games, has stayed relatively healthy. Your scouts are going to love him. Your analytics people are going to love him. Cole. Yeah. And this is why that number of is going to last for not a very long time. The 225.
And, the thing about Cole, though, too, Joel, is that he changed as a pitcher last year.
Yes.
I mean, he started now using his changeup more than ever. I mean, he's evolving himself into a guy that can attack you. So if the four-seam velocity drops, I am not as concerned as I would have been in the past because he's shown the ability to get outs with other pitchers.
And Dan, it's why I at the time, as soon as I heard it was going on, when the Yankees brought their new pitching coach to the meeting with Cole, I said, that is important.
Yep.
Because they're not bringing it because they want to bring it. They're bringing it because they know Cole has to hear things or Cole has requested it. Right? This is not a guy who's going to be flimsy about the rest of his career, to your point. He has thoughts of being great. He could get on a Cooperstown track, and he's not just going to. It's part of the fascinating.
Cole.
I think.
What?
I think it's going to come down to the Angels and the Yankees. And is money the last thing where we have Artie Moreno and Hal Steinbrenner?
What with me?
260 and who says
What?
first? Or is there a greater?
What the hell?
What the hell? Is it location? Which organization is sure to be a playoff team right away? Is it which organization will incubate me the best after I've just been with the Astros and they really raised my level? I think it makes the final thing here on Cole interesting, and multiple people who have been involved in the Cole negotiation use the word probable to say that will go down.
See, I think two things. I mean, first of all, I think Matt Blake and Garrett Cole will really get it on. They're almost the same. I think this Garrett. Garrett is. I mean, you look at the work on 1.7 pitches for start this year. I mean, in only 5 starts, not get to the 7th inning. His innings are way down. He's really excellent.
No.
Very smart. Yeah, I think
No.
no. Chance to be certainly one of the really great pitchers, and I could see him being really good at 36, 37 years old.
guys swinging this right.
Look, if I were making a figure right now, I'd probably make the Yankees pick. But I would keep a couple of things in mind. A couple of years ago, we don't think anyone would figure out Otani and end up being okay. Yankees weren't even one of Otani. The other thing is when Artie Moreno kind of pushed his baseball off to the side, maybe pushed off to the side also, he went and did almost 8-9 years ago now 10 and 240 for Albert Pujols. So we know he's willing to do that. He did Josh Hamilton 5 for 125. So the number, he just invested in staying in Anaheim in the Big A for through 2050 and is going to build around it. He knows Mike Trout's time is being wasted. I think that people who are just saying it will be the Yankees are basing that on, certainly the Yankees are bigger. I think they're the favorite. I don't think it's impossible the Yankees end up with this. But I think that all the that stuff is less than going to be out there. That might overwhelm him. They have the ownership.
This deal has not been done yet with New York or Anaheim, and I think we know Dr. Ownership has probably more money